Hello everybody. In an article by the New York Times, Tebow, a careful evangelical, a statistic was given after Tim Tebow's pro-life Super Bowl commercial was aired during the Super Bowl. The statistics show that 5.5 million people changed their stance on abortion after viewing this commercial. Something that I've always wanted to do is to play football and use the ability that I believe God has given me to reach out to the world of sports for Christ. The purpose for my speech today is to establish why I think there's a need for Christians to have a ministry in the world of athletics. Three main points I have are, in every profession, Christians can have an impact on those around them. More specifically, in sports, many Christian athletes over the years have had successful careers, and due to their successful careers, they have had successful ministries. The last point is, young people seek and need role models. Thus, the door is open for athletes to make an impact. In every profession, Christians can make an impact on those around them. Well, why sports? Sports in America is practically a god. People look to sports as something that they live for. Thus, athletes have an open door to reach out, good or bad, into the lives of all these crazy fans. One great influential Christian athlete is Tim Tebow. In my visual aid, I'll pass it around because the audience is small and someone can put it in front of the camera, showing quarterback Tim Tebow kneeling in prayer after a touchdown. This is something he would do a lot, and eventually fans would start to do the same thing, and they dubbed this position T-bowing. You can see the photo is actually taken from tbowing.com. Tebow also, when he was in college, put John 3:16 on his eye black during the game of the national championship. An article from the Palm Beach Post following the game stated that approximately 92 million people would research John 3:16 throughout the course of the game. Other Christian athletes have had successful careers and ministries as well. Kurt Warner being one of them. Quarterback for the St. Louis Rams, won the Super Bowl, had the highest passer rating of all time, and every time he was interviewed, he would state the fact that it was because of his Lord and Savior Jesus Christ that he had so much success on the field. In an interview for the article, Jesus Brought Me Here, Kurt Warner stated that every time he was interviewed, he felt the need to give thanks to his Maker and the one who gave him his ability. He, along with his wife, would also start a website and a ministry, kurtwarner.org, which seeks to help children who are less fortunate with the goal of sharing their faith with these kids. Tim Tebow, again, has had an amazing career and effect on many people, though he's still young in his life and career. While at University of Florida, he won the Heisman Trophy, won the national championship twice, and during his summers would go on mission trips to the Philippines to work in orphanages, and on weekends he would also spend time preaching and giving his testimony at juvenile detention centers and in prison. Young people, my last point is, young people seek and need role models. It is common knowledge that young people look for examples in their parents and other relatives, and even in athletes or popular figures. Young people look to athletes, especially because, as I stated already, athletics are practically a god in this country. An article from BibleKnowledge.com stated that it is a natural occurrence for young people to seek to emulate their favorite athletes. The article would also go on to say, in paragraph 30, that when a young person would see that their favorite athlete was a Christian and that they got their talent from their Lord and Savior Jesus Christ, they also would want to have this relationship. In summary, Christians can make an impact in any profession they have. But in the world of sports, due to the media, their opportunity is completely augmented. And with the fact that young people are influential and seek role models, all this put together, this is an awesome place for Christians in sports to have an impact. As I look at Tim Tebow and the success that God has given him, like every other athlete, Tebow has the opportunity and the platform to give thanks to his Maker or to just simply ignore it. Which one do you think pleases God?